Hey, Sotenico here once again for God Loves Comics, and I've got another unboxing video, hot on the heels of the last one, which was so successful. I think maybe 5 people have watched it, but this is a DC lot, a very small DC lot, and this time it was actually properly packaged. Came in priority mail, bubble wrap, bubble mailer, and another priority mail envelope inside, and sandwiched between 2 cardboard, very stiff cardboard pieces. Unlike the bronze, Silver Age Marvel lot that I spoke about last time on the last unboxing, which just came in a paper bubble wrap and had a piece of newspaper across the top of it, which made no sense. It wasn't even crumbled up or anything, but pretty haphazard way for a very experienced seller to package. But so this lot, I have some of these comics already. I don't have this one. This is Detective Comics 407, and this is actually was rated or listed as a 4.0. Very good. And of course that's a Neil Adams cover from 1971, and I picked this up for $9.50. It is about a $30 comic in this condition. Actually, it looks quite nice. Of course, as I always say, it looks a lot better in the bag, but it looks like a very nice 4.0. I don't really see any major flaws. So it's a nice condition for a 4.0. He may have undergraded it just slightly, which would be nice, just to protect against any complaints, which is always a good approach. And so then the next one is Detective 429. And as you can see, Man-Bat strikes again. A little bit different iteration, and this is a Michael Kaluta and Nick Cardy cover. So Kaluta pencils, Nick Cardy inks, 2 of my favorites, and it's called Man-Bat Over Vegas, and it has script and art both by Frank Robbins, and I actually really like Frank Robbins' artwork for Detective. I mean, it's really quirky and strange, but I like it a lot better than his work for Invaders, which now I like. I certainly didn't like as a kid. It also has Don Heck and I think it's Frank Gaiella. So, not the greatest interior art team. It's got a price tag here of $15, assuming this is the original bag that came in. This is about a $10 to $12 comic, and I picked it up for $9.07, which is actually pretty close to fair value. I was surprised that this one was contested, and actually this is the most expensive comic. Oh no, there's one that's just slightly more at $9.50, but this was the least likely to be the most expensive. But all of these were all from the same dealer, Torpedo Comics. They were all auctioned individually, and so I had to win multiple auctions to get each of these comics. And they all had about 7 to 10 bidders, or 7 to 10 bids, I should say. I don't know if they were all individual bids, of course. But this is really nice. Of course, the bag is a little bit deceptive, but very nice spine. A couple of very minor ticks that you would expect. Corners are really nice. It actually, again, looks a lot nicer than... It's listed as a 5.0. It looks better than a 5.0 to me. Maybe I am too lenient. I'm not sure. But I'm very pleased with the condition. Next up, and this one has a price tag of $20. And that's actually in the ballpark. This is Detective number 425. And that is a Bernie Wrightson cover. If you can see at the very bottom there. Bernie Wrightson, 1972. If I can hold it still long enough, even with the glare. And I was surprised that this one wasn't a little more contested. Let's see, 425. I picked it up for $7.50, which I think was a really good deal. This is about a $30 comic in this condition, and this was given a grade of 6.0, and it looks very much like a legit 6.0. Again, it actually looks better than a 6.0. I mean, it's close. It could certainly go for 6.5, 7.0. I mean, in the bag, even 7.5. Maybe I'm crazy. Of course, I'm not looking at the back. And there it is. It's listed. They've done a nice job of grading them on the back as well. 6.0 fine. So these bags are correct to the actual comic that's inside of them. And as stated, this is about a $30 comic I picked up for $7.50, so I think that's a really good deal. And then this one, really like this cover as well. Very fun cover. Once again, Neil Adams. And again, I expect Neil Adams Detective Comics, even in mid-grade, to usually be pretty hotly contested, especially when there's a lot of them, several in a row from the same dealer. So anybody that's looking for them can find several of them from the same dealer and coming out of auction around the same time. But this is number 372, and I picked this up for $6.50, which I think is a really good deal. Again, this is about a $15, $20 comic, and I love the kicking them from every angle. The Foot Fighters, which I love Dave Grohl's Foot Fighters. They're fantastic. I love that song, Everlong. Different? Oh, okay. Foot Fighters. I get it. This is the one deviation from the group, and it is in Venture Comics. He had a couple of these. I wanted a couple of the classic ones with Bob Oksner covers, but I also wanted this one, which I didn't list. I believe this is a Bob Oksner cover as well. It is, and I really like this cover, and so when I saw it, of course I wanted to pick this up. I've seen it before and never gotten it, so, and it's got a $12 price listing there, so, and it's listed as a 5.5, and again, this is about a $15, $10 to $15 comic. I think it's a little less likely to go for that because I think there's a little bit less demand for this comic, but I picked it up for $4.13. So even if you sold it for $8, you're making a really good deal. And this one has, it's an Oksner cover. I really like his work on Supergirl. He also did a lot of more comedic comics. Which sounds redundant, of course, but, some lighter stuff. But the script is by Steve Skeets. The pencils are by old-timer Win Mortimer and Frank McLaughlin. And Zatanna helps a detective with his lack of faith and courage. The lead story is also Wolfman and Skeets, and pencils by Mike Zakowski, and inks by Bob Oksner. So, sounds good. I really like the cover, and again, the condition is really nice. And then last but not least, this beauty. And this one, I can see some of the damage. This is one of my favorite. I love this color for some reason. I've already got a copy, and I've sold a copy previously. But it's graded as a 5.0. Very good. And beautiful cover. Again by Neil Adams. Again Man-Bat. And this actually looks really nice along the spine. It's one of these 48-page sort of semi-giants that they were selling at the time. 48 pages for only 25 cents. Fantastic deal. It's got a couple of tears. Tiny little tears there, tear there, and a little bit of a thumb bend there, and looks like a little bit of a chunk right there. So it actually earns its 5.0, and actually that seems like more of a legit 5.0, whereas compared to say this one, that certainly looks like a nicer grade. But it's a pretty simple lot. I get this for that one for $8.50, I do believe. Or I'm sorry, that one is $407. Oh no, that's $416. So that was $8.50. And the most expensive one in the lot is where? Did I not get it? Oh, 407. Oh yes, 407 is the most expensive at just $9.50, and then the 416 is $8.50. So that's it. A very simple lot, but I think some real beauties. You're talking some of the best artists in comics, certainly in the Silver Age and the early Bronze Age, when you're talking Neil Adams, Bernie Wrightson, and Michael Kaluta. And also Bob Oksner and Nick Cardy. Those guys don't get a lot of credit sometimes. I mean, in comparison to the Adams and Wrightsons of the world. But, man, they were fantastic artists in their own right. Frank Robbins was a great scripter and artist in his own right, taking after the Milton Caniff school of art, and was working way back in the Golden Age. So a really nice haul. I'm actually very happy with it, and I'm really happy with the conditions of these. They look beautiful in the bags. So that's it. Very short comics unboxing, even though it's not really coming in a box, it's coming in a package, but same difference. And I actually have a couple more coming very soon, so we'll take a look at those as well. I'll keep on rolling out the unboxings in between the Swamp Thing readings, which are ongoing. So thanks very much. Hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to leave a comment. That's it. See you next time. Bye.